Jackets win 5-1 over the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs to take a 2-0 series lead. Now, it is only a 2-0 series lead. You need 4 games to win. Tampa very easily can turn it on and come back in this series. There's a lot being pointed out of how the Jackets were up 2-0 last year to the Capitals and ended up losing the next 4. That could very easily happen. It's Tampa. But the way we played last year against Washington outplayed us for a lot of it, and we hung around, and then eventually we forced overtime, got the game winners, and were able to squeak out a 2-0 lead, and that was against Philip Grubauer. They put Opie in, and they just turned it on and destroyed us for the rest of the series. In this series, we are dominating the Lightning. Outside of the first period of the first game, we're kicking them up and down the ice. The Lightning have nothing. They come up the ice, our sticks are in good position, we are in good body position. If there's a person who has a puck, there's a jacket right on top of them, finishing hits, making plays, and beating Vasilevsky. He has looked really weak this series, and it's potentially they could be without Nikita Kucherov for the next game. Should be this next game. Personally, I think series. We'll talk about it later. Start off, first period, Tampa comes out. You can tell they're not happy with the way they played last game, but we stick to our game plan, keeping sticks to the lanes, getting good body position, and just stick with the Lightning for a little bit. About 5 minutes into the game, Tampa's starting to break it out of the zone. Matt Duchene comes over, takes the puck away from the Tampa player, throws it towards the net where Atkinson's staying there, tips it, Vasilevsky gets a piece of it, it trickles past him, Jackets lead 1-0, Atkinson's first goal of the playoffs. And after that, Tampa's life went away again. They're chasing the game, it's the 5th unanswered goal we've scored, and Tampa can't get anything. They get in a bob, we block shots, we're back in the offensive zone, playing, shooting on Vasilevsky, controlling the play. A little over halfway through the period, Tampa's come up the ice, break it up, Riley Nash gets it, he goes in the offensive zone, breaks through a couple of defenders, Andre Palat hooks him, pulls him down, goes to the box for hooking. So now we're on the power play. Matt Duchene wins the faceoff to Zach Werenski. Zach Werenski catches it, walks into the middle, shoots it, beats Vasilevsky. Jackets lead 2-0, Zach's first goal of the playoffs. 3 seconds into the power play. For a power play that has sucked all year, going up against the league's best penalty kill, tied with the Jackets. They are clicking along. Then there's not much the Lightning did wrong on this goal. Only thing they did wrong was lose a faceoff to Matt Duchene, who's really good at faceoffs. That's it. And it's in the back of the net. We have a 2-0 lead. For the rest of the period, Tampa tries to come up the zone. We clog up the middle. They can't really ever get set up in our zone. About 5 minutes left in the period. Tampa's our zone. They take a shot. Ball makes the save. Something we did good all night. It's clear people out from in front of Bob. Anderson pulls Gord from in front of Bob. Point doesn't like that. He goes after Zach. The two drop the gloves and get in a fight. After that, Tampa Bay woke up a little bit. They started to press for the rest of the period, but we got the period up 2-0. Come up for the second period. Stick with the game plan of what we did for the first 15 minutes and frustrate the Lightning. They had a little bit of push at the end of the second. We got us to get back to the way we started the game. Tampa comes out with a little bit of a push. They're in our zone. There's a board battle. Borgstrom gets knocked down. He's laying on top of the puck. PLD's right in there. Clorin comes in, hits PLD from behind. Blatant interference. Ref goes, yeah, you're going to the box. And so now we have a power play, and Tampa is without one of their better penalty killers. But they do a good job for the first minute or so. They keep clearing it out. Eventually we get back in the zone. Zach has the puck on the wall. He sends it over to Panarin. Panarin sends it to the middle. Duchene tries to tip it, doesn't get all of it, goes to the one side of Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky's down and out. Matt Duchene goes over and gets it. Throws it past Vasilevsky. Jackets lead 3-0. Matt Duchene's first ever playoff goal. He came here so he can play some playoff hockey, and it's working out really well for him. At this point, the Jackets are 2 for 3 on the power play. And at this point, they spent a total of 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the power play out of a total of 6 minutes of power play time. Just making quick work of a team that has a #1 penalty kill in the league. And with an assist on this goal, Zach Werenski has a goal, assist, and a fight, picking up the franchise's first ever Gordie Howe hat trick. And after this, we go into defensive mode, clog up the neutral zone even more. Tampa looked like they were just skating in quicksand. They couldn't move that much. They tried to chip it past us. We would retrieve the puck. If they would get there first, we would hit them, get the puck, and out of the zone we were going. Bob was seeing pretty much every shot. But we end the second period up 3-0. Coming up for the third period, Tampa knows they were up 3-0 at the end of the first period last game. Now we're up 3-0 heading into the third. They know they can come back and win this game. They come out with a bunch of pressure. They start making plays in the Jacket zone. 5 minutes in the period, Tampa's in the Jacket zone. They're battle in the corner. JT Miller gets it, sends it to the point to Svechnikov. Svechnikov controls it for a second and sends it towards the net. Nudi's right there tied up with Stamkos. It hits Nudi and goes in the net. Nudi tries to save it before it goes in, but it crosses the line, and Tampa is on the board. But the Jackets still have a 2-goal lead. They're in a good spot. They just have to stick with the defending that got them to this point. Couple minutes later, it's an offensive zone face-off. We throw out Dubinsky, Jenner, and Nash, the fourth line. Tampa responds with Gord, Point, and Palat. Clearly, Tampa should have the edge here. Puck works its way out, get in the offensive zone. Tampa starts to come back up the ice, force a turnover. Jackets force a turnover, and the puck's starting to go back towards the Tampa zone. It's just over the blue line. Boone Jenner goes after it, wins the board battle, throws it to the center of the ice where Riley Nash is standing. Nash gets it, sends it towards the net, goes blocker side on Vasilevsky. Jackets lead 4-1. Nash's first goal of the playoffs. And now Riley Nash, the Blue Jacket who had trouble scoring all year, has more goals than Stamkos, Kucherov, Point, combined. This series is full of stuff that nobody's expecting. The Jackets having a series lead, the Jackets coming back the way they did in the first game, the way the Jackets are playing in this game. All of that's unpredictable. And beyond that, even more unpredictableness is Riley Nash having more goals than those three players. A couple minutes later, Jackets dump in the offensive zone. Panarin goes after it. He gets tied up with the player. Borkstrand comes in, takes the puck, sends it over to Duchesne. Panarin breaks free, goes to the back door. Duchesne one-touches it back to Panarin. Panarin pits it past Vasilevsky. Jackets lead 5-1. Panarin's first goal of playoffs. Matt Duchesne with a 4-point night. In his second ever game with the Columbus Blue Jackets in the playoffs, Matt Duchesne has set the franchise record for the most points in a single playoff game. Granted, the Jackets don't have a lot of playoff experience to go off of, but Matt Duchesne, the playoff curse and all that stuff, clearly broken. 4-point night for him. So now the game is under 5 minutes to go. Tampa's been frustrated all night. They're clearly going to lose this game. They're going to be down 2-0 in the series. Tampa gets in the offensive zone. Nudi's starting to break out with it. Kucherov takes a whack at Nudi, trips him up, and Nudi goes sliding into the boards with the puck. Nudi starts to get up, can't really control himself, loses his edge, ice is slippery, and falls back down. And as he's falling back down, Kucherov recognizes this and goes and hits Nudi in the head. That is a dirty hit. I don't care what anybody says. That is a dirty hit. He should be suspended for at least 5 games. To look at a player that you just tripped, so you know he's on the ice, see him fall, and then go for the hit. A lot of people are comparing it to Kadri's last year. When Kadri went for the hit that he got suspended for 3 games for, Wingels was standing, and Kadri committed to the hit, and then Wingels fell. Kadri finished the check to the head. Kadri has a history. Kucherov doesn't. So people are saying that Kucherov is going to get less games than Kadri. I think he should get more games because he knew Nudi was on the ground. It was from behind, and it was to the head, and it was into the boards. No excuse for this hit. Nudi did finish the game, which is good, but that could flare up a little bit later, and he might not be good for next game. Kucherov should be suspended for 5 games. Kucherov will get tossed. Hedman and Anderson squared off a little bit. They couldn't really get to go because the linesman got in there and broke it up, but Hedman got tossed. Anderson got tossed. So it washed out. Jackets got a 5-minute power play at the end of the game. They were like, we're good. We don't need to continue to score. We'll just run the clock out here. And so they didn't score in the final minutes. But the linesman screwed up on this. They're kicking a player from the game. You take him to the door and send him down the tunnel. Victor Hedman was allowed to go by himself. And he stopped at the Tampa bench, yelled at the Jackets bench, and we know what was said because Pierre Maguire turned off his mic, which smart. I'm sure they didn't say nice words. But Pierre Maguire was nice enough to let us know what was said. Victor Hedman was yelling at the Blue Jackets bench. Oh, remember what happened last year when you guys were up 2-0. Problem, though, is he was yelling at Alexander Texier, who this is his 4th game with the Jackets, and Riley Nash, who was with Boston last year. So no, they don't know what happened last year. They're clearly a better team this year. So Kucherov is going to have his hearing tomorrow. Hopefully he's suspended for the rest of the series. Most likely it's going to be 1. I would be fine with 3. I want 5, but I know that's probably not going to happen. If the Jackets continue to play this way, they're going to be fine. John Cooper in his post-game press conference, they asked him a question, and he was struggling. You could tell he does not have an answer for what is going on. He compared it to a 5-alarm fire, and it is. Sunday is going to be loud in Nationwide Arena. It's going to be a great time. Hopefully, we can get Game 3. So until next time, when we play the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, click like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until then, I will see you later.